Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and this one actually has to do with college. I know you guys are probably like, ooh, she's switching it up a little bit. Yeah, pretty much. I do have videos on my channel about college in general, about different things like roommates and stress and peer pressure and all that other stuff. But this is from, I hope I'm saying your name right, Kristen Girl X24. I'm going to put your name down in the description bar. And I'm pretty sure your name is Kristen, I'm hoping. But she asked for me to do a video on my college planning, like academic classes, how it corresponds with my major, and how I'm staying on track to graduate with all the credits that I need. And I thought, that's a very good question. Okay, so to start off with, I'll just let you know that I went into my university undecided. I didn't know what I wanted to do at the time when I was a freshman. And I was going through some things and stuff during freshman and sophomore year, especially with science classes, because I knew I wanted to go into a science type of a field. Because look, I'm just going to be real. Everyone's going to get sick, and there are going to be jobs available. So when I started, there was a major I was in, and I was originally going for. Actually, I wasn't in the major yet. And in contrast, or not in contrast, but in comparison to the major I'm in now, the curriculum sheets, you will have certain classes where that class will be met within your major. Like when you look at your curriculum sheet, it'll say, you need a class in this section, but you don't have to do any of the classes within that section because it'll already be met once you start your majors classes. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So when you compare the two curriculum sheets for the major I was going for and the one I'm in now, there were certain classes that would have been covered in that first major that when I switched to this other major, I needed to take those classes in order to get credit. I hope I'm making sense when I say that. I wish I had like two sheets to hold up, but unfortunately I don't. So I ended up having to take 3 extra gen eds for my new major, and I ended up knocking those out. I'm taking all majors courses. I'm like done with gen eds, which is really awesome. And so let me see here. I'm just going to get into how I stayed on track to graduate. What happens is it depends on your advisor. Some advisors will have you come in and they will tell you, okay, this is the class you need to take now. This is the class you need to take after. With my new major, what I have to do is I keep track of all that because it specifically says on my curriculum sheet what classes are offered in the fall, spring, and the summer. So like for this summer, I'm taking 2 courses, then I'm taking 5 courses in the fall, and then I'm taking my internship in the spring. And basically, after this semester, after spring semester this year, I only have 8 classes to take. So I have to stay on track of all that. I have to keep track of my credits. I minored in psychology. I'm done with my psychology minor. That counts towards my final credits as well. And since I'm done with that, that's like a big chunk. That was like 15? Yeah, 15 credits or so. So I'm done with all that. And like I said, I only have a few. You just have to stay on top of it. You have to stay on top of it. If you have an advisor who will go along with it with you, that's great. My advisors were pretty much like, yeah, you got to do it on your own. You have to keep up with it. We're not going to babysit you and tell you, okay, this is what you have to do. You need to be on top of it. So you kind of have to see what kind of situation you're working with when it comes to like your advisor and making sure you get those credits so you can get your degree and so you can graduate. Okay, and she also said that she's starting college in the fall and playing a sport. So her biggest concern is doing everything the right way the first time. Honestly, you just have to go with the flow. I know that sounds crazy, but it is what it is. Because when I switched majors, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not even going to graduate on time. But with all this stuff and all this planning, I am graduating on time. So you really have to think about summer school and summer courses, think about that ahead of time so you have a general idea of, one, where you're going to take the courses. Are you going to, like, for me, I don't live, if I were to go back home, I'm away from college, literally. So I have to make the decision on whether or not I want to take the summer school courses at the school or if I want to take them at a community college closer to where I live. So when I go home for the summer, I can just commute there. But, I mean, you have to really think about that carefully because if it's a majors course, most likely, I mean, you're going to have to take it at the college anyway, at your university. Whereas opposed to if you were to take like chemistry or maybe public speaking, you could take it at a community college where you live. So that's another thing you have to think about. Playing a sport? Stay on top of your work, honey. That's the best thing that I can tell you. I mean, I know people who've done sports and their grades slip. I know people who do sports and they can stay on top of it. It really ultimately depends on you. Now, I think that's pretty much all I want to say, but I want to take this time to give you and whoever watches this video some words of encouragement. For those of you who are starting college in the fall, congratulations. Have a great time. Personally, I mean, I know I don't look it, but I'm going to be a senior, and it's going to fly by really, really fast. Make good choices. I'm sorry, I just completely yes, I have to say that. Make good choices, be safe. If you're interested in any other things like safety, peer pressure, anything I talked about, I believe at the beginning of this video, look through my videos and take everything I say with, a grain of salt, because I'm not saying that everything I say is the right way to go. This is just from my personal experience being in college, and I just want you to be safe, but have a great time. Definitely stay on top of your work. Don't freak out if you don't do so well on a test. You can always make it up, especially if it's the first test. And that's one thing I've learned. If it's the first test, I mean, you're going to learn about that professor's testing style and all that stuff. Don't freak out during the first test. You can freak out during the final or the midterm, but don't freak out during the first test, okay? I made that mistake many times, and you find out it really isn't that bad, okay? It really isn't. Just do your best on your work, and I'm sure you'll be fine. Good luck with your sport and everything. I know you'll do great. And for anyone else out there, I hope this video was very helpful. Kristen, I hope you enjoyed this. And I'm very sorry for it being late, because I see you requested this like 2 weeks ago. But it is what it is, A girl's got a lot to do in college. So, take care. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you later. If you have any more questions, definitely let me know.